So for those of you who don't know by now, if you don't know by now, then that's really embarrassing. But so we're Mo.Na, short for Mother Nature, you know, you get it? Periodic table, science, and what does it say here?
So we're a woman of color owned, sustainable, and handmade jewelry business started in a Johns Hopkins student's kitchen, us being the students.
And the women of color.
And women of color. And our jewelry is biodegradable.
Handmade.
And our website is monasgem.com and our Instagram is mona.gems. Actually wearing some of our products right now.
Oh my god. Oh. So yeah.
Yeah.
This one is called Date Night. It's a really cute necklace. I think we have to get a little closer.
Yeah.
Oh. Me trying to show off this necklace.
This one is the Cuties necklace. Yeah.
Guys, please forgive us. This is our first YouTube video. Our first video. So yeah, we're trying to take ourselves a little more seriously, you know. And I didn't prepare any questions for this, so
maybe we should talk a little bit about like how we got started.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Because it's been a little over a year since we've graduated. Which is crazy to think about.
Honestly, so how we got started, so you know, I was just scrolling on TikTok, you know, la la la. It was like the end of junior year of college, you know. Hopkins, go Blue Jays. And I was on TikTok because, you know, quarantine, bored, and TikTok is really funny. And I was like, damn, there's so many people making resin products. Like, this is so disgusting. Like, plastic. Why would you want to make plastic in your house, you know?
Yeah.
But me being the person that I am, I was like, yo, I bet I could do that, but make it better. That was my thought process.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I said that out loud. I didn't say that part out loud, but that was what I thought. And then I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make earrings that biodegrade.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I started researching. I was like, oh, this is cool. But I was like, this is a cool idea, but I can't do this by myself. I don't want to do it by myself. So then I was like, oh my god, like, you know who's really cool and also studies chemical engineering and is probably super smart and makes really cool art and is like super fun and like friendly? Mia. So I was like, oh, Mia's so cool, and I love her art and she's so cool and I like her science stuff. But I didn't really know Mia that well.
Yeah.
Like, we were strangers. Like, I knew her through a friend. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I'm just going to ask her. Because I know she's interested in sustainability. So I was like, hey, Mia, I have this idea to make biodegradable earrings. I don't know. Do you want to do it with me? And she was just like, yes.
Yeah. And I think I didn't really know Mecca that well either when she asked me this question. I just knew about her photography. We're both artists, but Mecca does photography and I do like a lot of like visual art, like painting and stuff. And I just knew you took fire photos. That was pretty much it.
Fire photos. I'll insert our arts.
Yeah, insert the art handles. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Follow Mia at Oil Paint Stinks.
And follow Mecca at by.pedestal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're both artists, and so yeah, I was like, oh, her art's so cool. And then I told me about the idea, and she was just like, yes, like,
yeah,
that was it. She didn't really have any questions.
Well, the reason I didn't have any questions though was because like, from a young age, I was like really interested in the intersection between art and science. And when Mecca brought this idea up, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, this seems like something that we could do and we could do really well. Yeah, and then so Mecca and I spent like maybe like 7 months researching like different materials, and we were using like we're basically using my kitchen senior year of college, and we were just like experimenting every single day.
Oh yeah, because it was COVID. And
it was COVID, yeah.
We didn't have access to a lab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't have access to a lab, so we were just like using my kitchen.
Wait, sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but like, I remember that summer, like before school started when we were researching, we'd always be like, time to go science. Like,
yeah, that's what we'd say.
Let's go to the lab.
Yeah, and it was just walking to my kitchen. And my roommates were probably like, what the fuck is she doing? like, what are Mecca and Mia doing? But it's okay. Yeah. Like, in the beginning, our prototypes were really bad, and I don't blame them for being confused about what we were doing. Yeah, we should probably...
Should I?
Or we could just show a picture, too.
That's true.
Here are some pictures of our prototypes. But we started getting closer to, like, something we could actually sell, and I think that's when we, like, joined the Hopkins Accelerator, and our mentor was like, oh, you need to just, like, start selling your product. So we started selling our product to the Hopkins community at first, and everyone was super supportive. Like, people would wear our product, like, at parties, like, they'd wear it around campus, and that was really, like, that was a great feeling, honestly. That was really cool.
Yeah, and being on campus, like, super excited about what we were doing, like, it really meant a lot because I was ashamed, and, like, when you're trying something new, it could be a little embarrassing. Like, it's just so
I mean, Mecca and I, we didn't tell people what we were doing in the beginning.
No, because we couldn't explain it. Like, oh, I'm making bioplastic. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah. Like, one time, like, my roommate caught me, like, taking a toaster oven out of our kitchen, and she was like, what are you doing with that? And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go do an experiment. And she probably thought it was so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, and oh yeah, you were talking about the accelerator program.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. Like, I definitely think that if we didn't join that program, if it were up to Mia and I, we would have never started selling. Like, we would have been like, oh, but it's almost perfect. We just gotta make this one change.
But remember, someone was like, there's like a quote about, what was the quote?
It's like, if you're not embarrassed by your first prototype, then you started selling too late.
Right, like your first product, yeah. Which is really interesting, because it's like, yeah, if you think about it, like, as the creator of a product, you're always going to be thinking of ways like, oh, it could have been this way, it could have been that way. Like, I think you're always going to be, like, very critical about your own work. So, and it was, like, good that we started selling because we did get feedback from, like, our initial customers. And I think the feedback was really good because, like, at first our material wasn't actually water resistant at all. So if it came into contact with water, the bioplastic would get, like, this, like, white residue. And we're trying to find ways to eliminate that. And now we have a product that's water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. So yeah, like, that's an example of how getting our product out there and getting, like, initial feedback from our customers was really, really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a journey. Like, I've just, you know, I think me and I don't really, you know, I don't think we pat ourselves on the back enough for, like, how much hard work we have done.
That's true.
Just, like, for no reason.
Yeah, no one asked us to do this.
Literally no one asked us to do this, and we're just doing it. And
yeah.
I didn't expect any of what has happened to happen. You know what I mean? Honestly, if we just reflect on our year after college, like, we literally won $20,000 from our university. We sold how many pairs? Like,
I don't know. I just think, like, it was crazy when we, first of all, like, we started selling to, like, our college community, and that was already crazy because we were like, wow, people actually want our product. And then when strangers started to buy our stuff, I was like, this is amazing.
True, because they don't even know us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, now we have so many followers on social media. Like, didn't expect that to happen. We have over, like, between Instagram and TikTok, we have over 170,000 followers, which is crazy. Like, didn't expect that to happen, and we've made so much money. We're balling. But I'm just shocked because
I'm shocked too.
Neither of us expected this to happen in the way that it did, and, like, it's just been really cool. And I think the really cool thing about it is that it's just made me believe in myself more and, like, believe in my ideas, because I'm like, wait, like, if all of this has just come from a single idea and just, like, working with the right person, like, what else can we do? You know what I mean? And I'm just so excited for Mo.Na and, like, the future of Mo.Na. And I think, you know, also reflecting on this year, I think something we've kind of neglected in building the branding of Mo.Na is the fact that we're artists. And I think, you know, going forward, we're gonna try to integrate, like, our artistry into our brand, because, like, it's a part of who we are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like our care for the earth, the color choices that we use, they're a part of our identity. So why not make the fact that we love art also a part of our brands? Like
That's so true.
yeah, and like Mia's always been interested in fashion. Like I've learned so much about how bad the fashion industry was for the earth through Mia. Like I didn't know so much stuff until we started working together, and she taught me so much. So like, you know, like that's really cool. You know, like we want to like have fashion shows for Mo.Na. I mean, we're gonna have to figure out how to do that stuff, but like it's gonna be cool to figure out how to do it. So yeah, I don't know. What do you dream of for Mo.Na? Like what are your dreams? Like it like no limits. Like nothing is limiting us. We could do anything. We have all the money in the world. What are you doing?
I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, like I think it'd be cool to make like materials that are wearable, that are biodegradable, like not just like earrings, but like yeah, like I think it'd be cool to make like clothing articles out of bioplastic, and not just not like make it like for its functionality, but rather like the aesthetic of it, like make it look like a piece of art. I think sculptures could be really cool. Yeah, I just think like we could do a lot with our material. There's like a lot of different
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I really want to make sculptures too. Like I imagine like massive, humongous sculptures just made from bioplastic. This first year of us working on this business, I think we both kind of got stuck in like a pattern. Like we got stuck in like a gotta make money, gotta post online, and like we were really doing like repetitive, like mundane tasks that like kind of prevented us from like seeing the bigger picture. You know, we were really like getting into the nitty gritty, and so like I think for a moment we were both experiencing this like resentment towards Mo.Na when it's like it's not Mo.Na, it's like the relationship we were forming to it and like what we thought we had to be doing. And so I think, you know, I think we're in this place where we're kind of like changing our perspectives and are kind of like, oh, we can just hire someone to do the things that we don't necessarily like.
want to do, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's like a good reminder that like you need to constantly be thinking like outside of the box, just because like even when you're running a business, doing like the mundane like everyday tasks, like making the inventory, like stuff like that, I find that it was really like limiting my creativity, for sure.
The fact that we're artists is the reason we came together and we're able to create like this amazing thing. And like I think for us, like we were kind of like, oh my god, yeah, it's a startup, gotta do the startup things. And then you know we went through the Johns Hopkins startup lab, and so like there's this perception of like what a startup is and like how it works, and like you gotta like act as if you're working a 9 to 5, but like no, we're artists. Like that's not how we work, and like we want time for our art and like our creativity and just to think and like to imagine things. And like I think as we're building Mo.Na, like that's something that we have to like remember and like build that into Mo.Na. And also like with the like this is so cool. Like this is, if you had told me like Mia and I like 2 years ago when it was 2020, when we were in each other's kitchens just mixing shit, like when all of the stuff that's happened now is gonna happen, I would not believe you.
Yeah, same. Because when we were actually like in our experimentation phase, we didn't even know what we were gonna do with the product, right?
That's so true.
Like we weren't sure what we were gonna do.
I don't even think we were gonna. I don't think we were planning to sell it.
Yeah, I don't know what we were.
I don't know what the plan.
I don't think we had talked about that.
No, that's
we're
so
kind of just like, oh, let's do this. Like, let's make it.
That's so true. And then what?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, no. But this has been really fun, and like, I think it's so cool because like me and I, like our friendship is so interesting. I think because like we became friends through this process, but like we have such a beautiful friendship because I think trying something new and like trying to create something and starting a business is so challenging.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, it will ruin a friendship.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? Like
That's
it will
true.
destroy friendships, relationships, like But the one thing I love about working with you is like Mia doesn't get offended. Maybe you do get offended, but like
I mean, I just think we're really honest with each other, which is important.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy. Like it's never been like hard.
But I think it's because we weren't friends to begin with too. I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I could see like if we were besties beforehand, maybe we take certain things personally.
That's
but
true.
I think like I think we're in a really healthy place where I can be honest with you and
Thank God.
things are communicated well.
Yeah,
So,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, that is just, it's just been so lit. Like, I'm always like, I'll be like, damn, Mia's so lit. Like, I don't know how, like, it's just so cool. Like, it's just so cool. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I'm definitely inspired by you every day. So that's exciting.
You inspire me too. Like, every time I look at your art, you understand, I'm always talking about your art. I'm always like, no, listen, like, this girl, like, I'm telling you, I'm like, no, you listen, you're going to want to buy one of her paintings now. Because I'm telling you, by the time she's 30, they're going to be worth $1 million. And you're going to be sad that you missed out on owning a sick piece of art. So get them while she's hot. You know, just get them now. Because I'm telling you, like, Mia's paintings are insane. Like, I'm just like, how does your brain think of it? Like,
I mean, your photography is insane. Like, I think your art is crazy too. So
yeah, I don't know. And it's cool that we came together.
Yeah.
And we made this art.
Yeah.
You know, it's like art, science. I don't know. Cool. I'm just excited to see like what we grow into.
Yeah,
know?
me too.
Like, and the thing is, we'll never know. Like, we'll never know. I really want to have a Mo.Na headquarters.
That would be really nice.
Like, just like, or if we had a Mo.Na store, I want it to be like fun, cool, exciting, colorful. Like, I want it to smell really good too. Like, like a fruity fragrance that you don't get sick of.
Right.
I want there to be refreshments too.
Me too. Like lemonade or something.
Like with ice too, and a straw. But paper straws, no. We will make biodegradable straws.
Biodegradable straws.
Fuck paper straws. I'm sorry.
I mean, I guess they're biodegradable. It's paper.
No, they are, but they suck.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. No, they suck. I want. We should have our own straws.
We should.
Complimentary Mo.Na straws.
Our links will be down below.
Yeah, check us out. Check out our website.
Check out our TikTok, our Instagram.
And buy our products down. Like, come on. We're a small business.
Yeah.
It's just us too.
And
I guess our new interns.
Yeah.
But okay. Bye, everyone. Bye.